and I woke up and I was just completely covered in formula. It was so gross. Hello and welcome back. I want to start by saying thank you so much for all of the new people who are here who subscribed. It really means the world. I love you all. Thank you so much. And today I'm going to be talking a little bit about getting used to life with the feeding tube. I've had it for I think almost a month now. I'm trying to think. Like 3-ish weeks. 3.5 weeks to a month. And it has definitely taken some getting used to, as you can expect. There's some really great things, like I finally feel like myself again. I finally have energy. It has been a complete turnaround from how I was before. Before I was so sick I had no energy ever. And now I am just like back to myself and it feels really nice. But there have definitely been some other things that have been a little tricky in getting used to with the new feeding tube. I'm gonna have like little segments of all of it throughout this video, and I hope you enjoy. One of the things that has not been fun with this is what my nurse called feeding the bed. When I got my feeding tube placed and I was in the hospital for a few days and my nurse was teaching me how to place it myself and how to set up everything, she said that I will feed the bed at one point in time, and that basically means something happens to where, sorry, I have a Jolly Rancher in my mouth, this either pops out and just pumps straight into the bed, or this thing will come open. Like she just said, it's where it just doesn't go quite right and you wake up completely feeding the bed instead of the kid. And I was like, I'm not gonna do that, you know? It's just, no, like, I got this. And then I think my third night home from the hospital, I woke up and this other second little port had popped open, and I woke up and I was just completely covered in formula. It was so gross. I was like soaked. My bed was completely soaked. And it was like 2 o'clock in the morning and I had to get up and change the sheets and take off the mattress pad, put everything in the wash. I should have showered because it was like all over, but it was so like late. I just didn't want to, so I just woke up and I showered and I had to wash my hair in the morning because it was all crusty. It was so gross. And then I was like, okay. But then about a week ago, I did the same thing. But I don't know if I like rolled over, but this port, like the connector, came out and it was just leaking everywhere on my new bed. I got a new bed. But the mattress cover I have is 10 out of 10, would 100% recommend from Target. My mattress was completely spotless, but there was like a puddle of formula on the bed. It was so, and it was all over my back. I'll put pictures in here. And it was just, so that, I'm trying really hard not to feed the bed ever again. But that has been a thing. I'm learning it's a little harder to balance with a backpack and a full bag of food, but we're getting there. Still having fun. Just ran into some neighbors who I used to babysit for, and it was like that awkward, hi, do I bring up the tube, or are you gonna ask about it, or should I just pretend it doesn't exist? And then she asked, so it was fine, but that was just kind of like, ooh. Another thing that's taking some getting used to is getting settled in while I drive. I have to unclip my tubey clip, pull my bag over there, turn the car on because it's really hot today. Don't mind that, my car needs to get its oil changed, and then buckle myself without buckling my tube in, because I've done that lots of times, and then like, but sorry. Something that I'm also having to do with my feeding tube is retrain my voice, because my throat really does not like having a tube in it. Like, it just doesn't like it. For a really long time, for like at least 2 weeks, talking would aggravate it a lot, and it still kind of does. And I sing a lot. I love singing, and I haven't been able to sing in the past month at all, hardly, because of this tube. And so today I've been trying to retrain my voice to accept it, because it is not liking it. It is not sounding right. It is not, it's just irritating my throat. It's hurting, it's itching. It's just like, ugh. So I'm trying to do that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna feel confident enough to put a clip of me singing here, but you know, we'll see. Something else that has taken some getting used to is remembering to set up my food before I go to bed, because if I'm really tired, I'm just not feeling it. And then being hooked up all night and not being able to move around as freely. I know I'm looking a bit rough. I'm still getting ready for the day. But one more thing I wanted to talk about with the new tube and getting used to it is confidence. I was very nervous to go out in public the first time, and I was worried people were going to stare at me, which of course they did. But I think I've learned that people are more looking because they're interested and they don't know, like they're curious, rather than to be rude. And if you see someone with a feeding tube in public, more often than not, like I would prefer people just ask me about it rather than stare and try and figure it out. I have no problem when people ask me questions about it. I've had to explain it to like little kids and show them how it all works and that sort of stuff. But it does get easier to go out, and one thing I like to remember is that people are beautiful with or without medical device attachments, and it's the thing that's keeping me healthy right now, and I'm grateful for that. So why should I be embarrassed about that, you know? So that's my last little thing I had to say about it. So overall, I'm very, very thankful for my tube and for what it has given me. It has given me my life back. I'm able to enjoy things now and think clearly. And I'm just so thankful for that to be back. I'm just so thankful. And it's worth any of the little inconveniences that come with it. It's just, I'm very thankful for it. So if you are getting a feeding tube soon, or you just recently got one and you're frustrated, just know that it will get better. You'll get used to it. You'll get like a routine going. And it's honestly not too noticeable most of the time now. Besides the occasional pump beeping because something happened, or feeding the bed, sore throats, but that's just because of my tonsils, like I mentioned. But yeah, so I'm very thankful for it, and I think so far this month it's been going good. Like I'm happy with it. So thank you so much for watching this video. Do not forget to like and subscribe. It means the world to me. I thank you for almost getting me to 100 subscribers already. I was so blown away. And also, I'm going to be doing a Q&A soon at some point, so leave any questions you have for me in the comments or send them to my Instagram, which I will put here. But yeah, thank you. I love you. Bye.